Oh, you fancy, huh?
Hello, guys.
Hey.
So, I ain't give y'all another episode last week. I was tired. So here we are again. Welcome to Tea Time with Mama Tra and Vonnie.
Tea time.
We having a day, so
She's having a day. Don't put it on a we.
we're having a day.
Where?
Okay, we're having.
I'm fine.
Are you really?
I was.
I
I
doubt
was
it.
good until
I
you
doubt it. I doubt it.
started with your bullshit.
It's always me. It's always my BS. It's always I'm the problem.
Oh.
You see, now here these people go disrespecting me. This is why I cut her phone off. I swear this is why I cut her phone off.
You ain't got the right. You don't have the right to.
I do. I actually do.
You're doing too much again.
You're trying me. You're trying me. I do have the right to cut your phone off. Anyhow.
Was that because you paid my bill?
Yes, absolutely. I paid a family bill. Yes, I paid a family bill, so I have the right to cut that thing off. I ain't saying I was suspending your line. All I said
you
was
want to keep in contact with me too much to want to suspend somebody's line. Like, how you going to suspend? There you go. See, that's where the conversation, and then you talk about I stay off a topic. Here you go with your nonsense, talking crazy. Like, what the hell? Well, anyway.
I ain't never care. Anyways, you know what? We had a conversation this morning, and I said to her, I could really be Tracy's daughter, and I choose not to be. As far as I can choose the violence, I can choose to take it. You go low, I go to hell, ordeal. I don't do that.
You said you don't what?
I don't do that. I try to. I'm a God-fearing, righteous
woman.
woman.
Says spill the tea.
That is spilling the tea, and then telling the truth. I choose not to, even though my favorite character to unlock is her. I'm telling you, I'm about to put that on a shirt. I'm about to monetize her ass. But I'm just saying, like, I like to unlock that character occasionally, not on a daily basis.
So what that
supposed to mean?
Yeah, like, I'm lost on that one.
So you know how you say I act like a black Karen, basically?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I have to be
you
proper.
Are a black Karen. Don't say you act.
On nobody.
You don't call the popo on nobody, but you know how to get the talking like somebody. Like, you're like one of those. Like,
I am one of those.
I'm not gonna be the negative part of this. I'm just gonna be the positive part, and I'm gonna let this person know that I don't play that. That's you.
I've changed a lot. That's what I said. But when I have to unlock good old 1651 Carroll Street, and I gotta unlock Trey, oh yeah, it's on and popping.
I don't need you doing that in them streets.
And will.
Cause you going to jail.
They tried that. They can't get me.
You're going to jail, girl. But anyway, topic of the day is what?
So we were going to talk about criticism and rejection, but my mama told me I don't take that well. So she said we're going to stay away from that conversation. So I guess that.
Then I don't even know why they're here. Why is it here? Why did it come?
Because that was the original topic.
That was not the original topic. It was just one of the topics that you wanted to speak on, and I thought that we should stay away from that because you don't do well.
I think I do fine.
Okay,
but she said I'm delusional, so I guess. So in honor of June, in honor of my birthday's coming, it's Gemini season.
Well, I'm grateful. I am so grateful to just hear it like that now, because usually that starts in January.
I know, right?
So
I'm growing, guys.
I think you are growing up on that note.
But in honor of June, in honor of Gemini season, the most hated but most talked about, today we're actually going to discuss what stories or what life lessons we learned from my grandma. So her birthday's coming up too. Her birthday was June 14th, the day before mine's. That's my bestie in the Tessie. And
your bestie in a Kia.
You're right. She was my bestie in the Kia. I took my girl everywhere in my Kia. And those who know, me and my Kia, we was places, and my grandma was riding shotgun. So, but in honor of her 77th birthday coming up, that's so long, right? Jeez.
It is. Y'all have to bear with me on this conversation here, because I don't know about nobody else. But every year, I tend to grieve all over again for my mother. So bear with me if y'all see the glassy eyes, because it do hurt sometimes to talk of her in the past, because it's like she's not here
to create new memories with us and things of that nature. But
I have to stick with what I know, and she still is my hardest topic to talk of. So bear with me.
Oh, you already
I'll be back. I know, because it's like I know. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. See, Trey do got feelings. I'm not always mean. Like, I do have emotions,
Mom, but you have a hard shell, and sometimes it's hard to crack. And this is
my mother is my soft shell. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I don't know. Like,
my grandma was ride or die. That's my home girl. That was my home girl. I love her so much. So basically, I think one of the biggest lessons she taught me was
pay your bills.
That's so true. Because I promise you, first of the month come, my check hit, baby, I got to pay my rent. My grandma used to walk down the Empire and what was it? Empire and what?
Utica.
Empire and Utica to pay her rent monthly.
No, Empire in Kingston.
Kingston, right?
No, it's not even Kingston. It would be East New York.
East New York and Kingston.
And Lefferts and Kingston.
Like back that way. Like
yeah, it's Lafayette. Not is it Lafayette or Lefferts? It's Lefferts.
I don't know.
I think it's Lefferts. Lefferts. And Kingston. She used to walk to Lefferts and Kingston to go pay her rent. And she was faithful for that.
My grandma would trot down there. I remember she broke her hip. She broke her hip. She limped down there. She's like, my rent is due. I got to go. They ain't gonna try to put me out of this motherfucker.
She's like, your mama take it too damn long to get here to take me down there. I'm going. I was like, Mama, I'll be right there. There's a lot of traffic coming down Utica.
She was halfway down the goddamn street.
I picked her up on by White Castle. Like,
she made it far, and I'm telling you, she had a broken hip. My grandma had broke her hip that year. She slipped on a jelly.
That's what she said.
And my grandma went down. When she was making peanut butter and jelly, she did fall. She really fell on some jelly.
That's what she said.
It was like animated. It really was. But anyways, I think the biggest lesson she taught me outside of paying my bills was we live to die, but it's how we live before we die. So she always told me to like.
Thought something was crawling on me, y'all. Y'all got to excuse me for that move there.
She jumped so hard.
I thought something was crawling on me.
Damn scrungy.
It's the damn scrungy fella loose.
So yeah, again, biggest lesson she taught me is that we live to die, but it's how we live before we die. And I remember I used to always tell her, like, I don't want to do this with my friends. I don't want to go here with my friends. She was like, go get the experience. Go do what you want to do. I'm going to be here. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to be too far. I don't want to be without you. Like, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest lesson she taught me. Because then, like, I will say after her passing, I did, like, start traveling more. I started experiencing more. I started doing things that I normally wouldn't have done. I really stepped outside the box on some things. Yeah, I think one of my favorite memories, though, is when I went to go get my nipples pierced. That's my home girl. I was like, Grandma, I want to get my nipples pierced. And she was like, you ain't going to do that shit. She's like, that's some real freaky deaky shit, Siobhan.
She's like, you on that freak shit, ain't you?
I was like, no, Grandma. I was like, I think they look so pretty. She's like, who the hell going to see him? I was like, you want to see him? I was like, who else going to see him? And My grandma was on dialysis in the last couple of years of her life. And I remember I took her to dialysis that morning. Then we was driving back from downtown Brooklyn, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just stop in the tattoo parlor for the guy that doing my tattoos. And I was like, let's go. I'm gonna go get my nipple pierced. She was like, you ain't gonna do that freaky shit. I was like, I am gonna do it. And I went in there, and I came out 20 minutes later. She's like, you didn't do that shit. I was like, you want to see? And I showed her. And she's like, oh, you nasty, Siobhan. I was like, no, grandma, they look pretty, don't they? She's like, that's a real freaky shit. That's all she kept telling me. So then we got to the house, and Auntie Angie was there, and she's like, you know, your niece is freaky as hell. You know, got her nipples pierced. And she's like, you just let her do it? She's like, what the fuck I was supposed to do? Go in there and stop her? Like, she went and got her nipples pierced. But, yeah, that was my road dog. Like, I would do everything with her. Like, there was nothing that I couldn't tell my grandma. Like, if I couldn't tell my mom, and it's not that I couldn't tell her, but, you know, if you guys go back like 2-3 episodes about my emotions, if I gotta consistently get myself together to tell you what's wrong with me, I'm gonna just go to my grandma, and I'm gonna just tell my grandma, and then grandma would be like, Tracy, you gotta listen to that girl. Just hear her out. And she'll be like, Ma, I don't want to talk to her if she's crying. She's like, well, God damn it, just let her cry. Like, just let her cry and get it over with. But, yeah, I think that was that. Yeah, I got a lot more memories with my grandma. Me and my girl taught me how to play I Declare War, Go Fish. She ain't never teach me pity pat or spades though. So I know my black card be revoked real quick. I don't know how to play spades. I don't care. I don't know how to play pity pat.
She didn't play spades, so that's why she couldn't teach you spades.
Well, I don't know how to play that.
She could teach you bid list.
Yeah,
we played poker.
Yeah,
but she didn't play spades like that. She was more poker, bid whist.
Yeah, we played ID Killer War. That was an hour that was a card game that lasted for freaking hours. I was like, I'm about to win. And then she hit me with an ID Clear War on me. I'm like, damn, I'm about to lose. I only got little numbers in my hand. She about to beat me. But yeah, that's like, she just taught me to live life to the fullest. Like, we gonna die anyways. So, and she would say that, oh girl, we gonna die anyways. Like, that's literally her saying. So she's like, just live life. Be happy. Don't worry about the things I can't control. Because I'm a worry wart. Like, if something's outside of my control, oh my gosh, I spiral out of control. And then moments like that, I would be able to like call my grandma and be like, grandma, she'd be like, just calm.
She can't call her mother on that note because it'd be like, I'm like, what can you do?
Yeah.
You can't get blood from a turnip. So at the end of the day, fuck it.
Yeah, no, I didn't need that. I needed the girl. It's all right.
I ain't had girl that was all right in me. That wasn't something I use or say. No. Fuck it.
That's crazy. But so you said, like,
for me it would be my aunties, like Aunt Dale, Aunt Lil. They taught me how to cook and bake. Like, I got my baking from Aunt Dale.
Yeah.
And
that was my grandma auntie.
At the end of the day, you know, one thing I can say, she's just
why are you laughing?
Because I remember a summer when we went down south, and it was me, Ellie, and that's when Mommy used to send us south every summer. We spent our summer in North Carolina, but we came back home like a week before Labor Day or sometimes Labor Day. And
oh my God, that bus ride was long.
Tell me about it. Almost 16 hours.
Can't do it.
I'm almost 16 hours. And I remember when we used to go down at the beginning of the summer, I used to always say to her, you sure you're going to be all right if we not going to be here? She used to be like, girl, gone. Get on that bus with your sister. And Ellie, make sure she eats some of that chicken. We go in the food bag. We got that big bag of chips. We have 2 liter sodas. And at the time it was White Rock.
What's White Rock?
That was the brand of the soda.
I ain't never hear no stuff like that.
That was the no frills soda. Like it had no name but right. It was White Rock. That was the name of the product. I'm serious. Like
Okay.
I don't know. They could. I can't tell you. I only think we could look it up. You know,
right? I'm gonna Google this.
You
I'm
Google
Siri
this.
That one because what?
So yeah, it was like
Siri, the hell out of my phone later.
It was like CNC soda. You had
I don't
the White Rock.
So why would I know these things?
So it was the sodas that we had back in the days. Mama used to go to Big R, the supermarket. It was like a cheap supermarket that black folks used from Brownsville. It was in Brownsville. And Mommy used to go there a lot to shop for us and stuff. So she'd pack up that bag. We had that fried chicken, a loaf of bread.
I was making chicken sandwiches.
We was making chicken sandwiches. We eating the chicken with the bread. Ellie used to eat hot sauce, so she has a little cup of hot sauce, a little Tupperware bowl, and put the hot sauce in and tell Ellie all the time, you better make sure you bring back all my Tupperware bowls. Don't you leave them down there. And my Aunt Dale, she used to pack our food when we was coming back home. She'd pack it back in Mommy Tupperware bowls, and we took them back home with us. But then we had good cook. Because Aunt Dale made some stuff. She had that breakfast bowl with the grits, the liver pudding.
That's disgusting. Liver pudding?
What else? She had some.
How can you eat liver but you don't like okra? I don't even get that.
It was different. I don't eat liver now. I haven't eaten liver since I had Devon. That was the last time I ever ate. I was pregnant.
Liked liver and onions?
Yeah, I used to love liver and onions until I seen your
placenta.
The placenta. I couldn't eat it after that. I haven't ate liver since Devon. I think 1990 was the last time.
You're making me throw up.
I'm serious.
That is nasty as heck.
That's what that liver looked like. Look at a piece of liver and then you
compare it to your placenta.
That's what it looked like. People eat that too.
They do. They eat their placenta. It's very nutritious.
Okay. I wish you all the best. I'm done. My memories are shot now for sure. But anyway, but no, from there. But I used to eat liver, but I haven't ate liver since 1990, and I just started really like back when I had you is when I started eating chicken liver.
That is just.
And I think Ellie got the chicken liver because she went to the Chinese restaurant and she was supposed to get chicken gizzards and they gave her chicken liver. I was like, let me try it. And I liked it. So I went, yeah, I liked it. So then I ate that for a while. I haven't ate that. Not a word. Whatever. Here you go.
You know, I'm like
in my words.
You know, I'm like a Webster dictionary out there. You can join.
But anyway, but that's what that was. And like, but my Aunt Dell, she was the one. Really, she was I always stayed with Aunt Dell when I went south. But then she made it bad for me to go south because I stayed in church 7 days a week. My whole summer, I was in church. She went to church 7 days a week. She went to church.
She was a 7-day event. No, 7-day Adventists only go to church on Sunday.
No, Saturday. She went to church. She's Baptist. Baptist. Yeah. And she went to church 7 days a week. She had something going on at the church.
She was she was a God-fearing woman involved in the church, girl.
I spent too much of my summers in the church with her. And I swear she dragged me to church every time she went. We had Bible study, like 3 days a week. And then they ate all their meals at church. Like, they used to cook at the church. They used to be at the church. And they're like, I want to go to the house. I'm like, I want to watch cartoons. She used to look at me and talk about, you're not going to the house. Now go sit down. Hard ass benches in the church. I used to be so mad with her. I told my mama that last year. I said, I ain't going back. I'm staying in New York with you. She was like, Call my aunt there. She ain't there. What going on with you? She could stay home this year. I was like, I ain't going back. And that was the last time I went south. Was like 80. I want to say 84. And I think she passed away in 86, and we went down for her funeral. But
so do you like her. Not like? So do you regret not spending the last 2 summers with her before she died?
Hell no, I'm good. I stayed in New York City.
Yeah, and that's when you started getting in trouble.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
It was okay. That's when life started for me.
You should have stayed in the church.
The church is still a church. I still went to church. I went to church for Easter, New Year's, Christmas.
It was 2 months that you went to church for 7 days a week. You ain't that.
Yeah, I did. The hell you talking about? Yeah, I did.
It wasn't that bad.
Yes, it was. You don't understand. She used to wake me up at 7 o'clock in the morning. We'd sit down at the table and have breakfast. She'd make whatever dish she had to bring to the church for their breakfast. Because they used to, everybody, all the ushers used to bring a pot of food, a dish,
right,
to the church. And, we used to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the church.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That was Sunday. We all ate at the church. But Monday, when she went for Bible study, Tuesday it was the usher meeting, I think. Wednesday was Bible study. Then they had what they was, I forgot what she was. I'm not gonna say
it. An usher?
Yeah, she was an usher at the church. She used to take the peoples, and she used to stand around the peoples when peoples was having a little Holy Ghost and stuff. And they get to shaking. She used to be there with the other ladies, and they had their little circle with the person in the middle. Make sure they was protected. But she used to have all the meetings at the church, and they used to be there all day long.
That's crazy.
She went to work in the morning. I remember used to go into her jobs with her. And she lived at 7. Like, she used to clean the people's houses back south. She used to do that. She used to go cook for people. But I think it was her that will be my elder that I learned from.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be Adele.
Really? That's interesting. I don't know.
That's where my name come from.
Yeah. She named after that lady.
Yes, I am.
I wouldn't never call her that, but
I appreciate if you didn't.
I ain't gonna tell all her business.
You already do. Why you still sitting here? Why you can't make the turn? I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here because y'all sitting here. I'm gonna sit here because y'all sitting here. I'm gonna act like I know how to drive. That's your choice to sit there. It's not my choice to sit there. Sorry.
Somebody probably be like, "Where the police when you need them?" When mommy do stuff like that, she be wild.
I ain't do nothing wrong. I went in the other lane and I made that turn. I wasn't gonna sit there. The hell you sitting there?
So what can you say you learned from grandma?
My mama taught me how to cook. Because as we all know, my mother was a chef. So my mother taught me how to cook.
Right.
And as I got older, I learned how to, and she taught me never to let people stay with me. As a child growing up, she always used to let everybody in.
Yeah.
So that was something that I said I could never do when I get older. Like, when I get my own, I ain't letting. And then when I do, I let 2 people stay with me. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all. Boyfriends don't count.
Right.
But like a person down on their luck and come stay with you, I allow 2 people to come stay with me. And sometimes I feel like they didn't appreciate what I did for them or by me opening up my doors for them, because they turned around and did fuck shit. Like, you know what I mean? Yodi fucked my son, supposed to be my friend.
Okay, no name dropping, mama.
Come on.
Like, come on, please.
Everybody already know the story.
Not everybody know that.
But I'm just saying, like, if she wouldn't have did what she did, I think we'd have still had a cool relationship. But I'm grateful because I do have a granddaughter. Right. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
You're the worst.
I know.
Tracy just want to drop names.
I don't
she
care.
gonna have us in court, guys. Like, in court.
Come sue me. And then when you sue me, come pay me my money that you owe me. Because I'm going to have a counterclaim. Like,
you suing for being sued for defamation of character. You want to sue for your actual money.
I told the truth. What I told about. I got a granddaughter by her, right? Only way I can have a granddaughter by her is what? She ain't come from you.
Jesus, take the wheel.
He got it.
I don't think he does.
But anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. But
he has the wheel. But anyways, so
I will remember no name calling when I'm talking bad about people. But I really wasn't talking bad about people. It's just because
it's a negative situation, though. You know,
she's a negative situation. So at the end of the day,
in general, but Mom, you're a negative situation, Mom.
I can be sometimes. I ain't gonna deny that. See, I take your criticism. Now, if I would have said that about you, you'd be sitting here in tears to these people. You'd be crying to these people.
Yeah, that's a lie. Mm-hmm. I'm not negative. Mm-hmm. I'm not negative.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
Please give an example. You want to throw things out there. What makes me negative? Exactly. Back to what we were talking about. We were talking about the elders and grandparents in our lives that have taught us good lessons. I'll say, you know who also taught me a good lesson? Because I'm going to just ignore her because she tried it. My papa taught me a good lesson. You know what my papa taught me? That...
What papa taught you? Because I want to hear this one.
Papa taught me
on a sober day or a drunk day. Which one was
my
it?
My grandfather just stayed drunk.
Which one was it? Because I don't know now. What Papa could have taught you?
No, so from like watching him love on Mama, he taught me.
Okay.
He taught me like how a man should love a woman. That's one lesson he taught me. Like
I can agree with that.
Because you know, like they say, like men look for women like their mom, and girls look for men like their dad. And I could never be with a John Best. No shade. Yeah, I can name drop. That's my father. I can't be with that man. I couldn't be with a man like him. I would have been in jail. I'll be under it. Okay, just burying me. Because baby, they about to give me the chair. I couldn't do it. So, given that
but your father wasn't a bad dude.
Anyways, that's not the conversation, so we're not going to do that. We're going to just go past that. Like I said, my papa taught me how a man should really love a woman. So, that's one life lesson my papa taught me. And then the other lesson was that, you know the saying, blood is thicker than water? Papa didn't care. Like, Papa took care of everybody. Papa loved everybody. It didn't matter what your walk of life was, if y'all were related by blood or not. Papa, if he could be there for you, he was there for you. So,
kudos to Papa.
Kudos to my papa.
Yes,
I love my papa.
Your papa was good.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, right? Papa's a good one. I'm telling you, Papa, when my mom married my baby brother's father, that's how the relationship was. Like, because... So my mom used to do.
Oh, you gonna tell my story? Right? How you gonna tell my story?
Because then it'll make sense. So my mom used to work home health aide. One of the ladies she worked for, she was Mama's grandmother. Yeah, she's Mama's grandmother. So that's how we got introduced to the family. So then Mama Tra got close with my now mama, and at the time Papa and her was just dating. So they got close. They introduced her to TJ's dad. They get married. Whoopty whoopty woo. Now that's a whole thing.
Introduced me to a couple of guys.
She's a mess. Anyways, I'm not gonna indulge in that. We could talk about Tracy dating life, but when we was talking about dating, she didn't want to talk about it. I thought we were spilling tea and being truthful.
I ain't said I was just trying to be truthful. Anyways, you just shut me down.
I shut you down. I'm just saying. We had a whole episode about dating. Now you want to talk about it?
We had a dating episode?
Yes,
I don't recall that.
Okay, we'll do a part 2 to it since you can't recall. So with that being said though, with that being said, I can't even think. She be killing me. Anyways, Mommy used to work as a home health aide. She worked for Mama's grandmother. All right, we all become family. They introduce her to TJ's dad. They get married, stuff like that. The moral of this story is that when we lived in Delaware, because after she got married to my baby brother's dad, we moved to Delaware because he lived in Delaware. And baby, we're gonna talk about that marriage. Trust and believe me, it's coming. Don't worry. Stay tuned for that. But basically, when it was all resolved and it was done and it was over and we were all moving on, my mom wanted to move back to New York. And she called Papa. She's like, Papa, I don't want to be here no more. And he's like, all right, can you hold out to the weekend? I'll come get you on the weekend. And sure enough, we packed all week. And my papa was there Saturday morning with that U-Haul. He was like, pack it up. We going. You want to leave? I'm going to come get you. So I know when I moved here, Papa said to me, he was like, if you ever want to leave, you call me and I'm going to come get you. And that's the story. I think Papa came into my life when I was what? 3 or 4? Yeah, 3. And he been solid ever since. Him and Mama, they've been solid ever since. I'm telling you, they bought my washer and dryer for my apartment when I first moved down here. They love my baby. They do for their great grandson all the time. Mm-hmm. Those are my grandparents. And nothing, blood can't make us related. Like, they love me unconditionally. And that's a lesson that I learned from both of them, though. Like, as a whole, that there are good people out in this world that will treat you as their own, and y'all don't have to be blood related. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. They don't owe us anything, but we're family, and they'll do for us no matter what. So I know in my time of need or whatever, I can call them and be like, Mama, Papa, like, this is going on.
I always say start with Papa first, and then he'll tell Mama to do it. You can't start with Mama. Because you can't start with Mama. Because Mama gonna tell you about all her bills she got to pay. Mama gonna be like, what she got? I ain't got it right now, but do you call Papa? Papa be like, go on see that girl that money. Go on get that girl this. Go on do that for that girl.
I know when
Mama do it.
Mama will be like, I remember what you did to your car. You did something to your car. And Mama's like, I'm not paying for it, Tracy. I'm not paying for it. And Papa's like, oh, come on, darling. She needs the money. She needs the car. She needs the car. I want to expect her and the babies to get around. She needs the car.
You got to get that car fixed.
Give her the money. And she's like, what she said to you? She's like, you going to stop going to Papa after I tell you no. That's what she said. She's like, you going to stop going to Papa after I tell you no. No, me, no. She's like, come on, you act like you don't have it, though. Like, Papa ain't going to let me be down and out. Come on.
Papa going to help me. Yeah. Like, I remember I came one day. I said, Daddy, you took my car? He said, what the hell? I'm going to take your car and I got my own car. I said, well, Daddy, my car gone. He said, they don't stole your damn car, girl. They don't stole it. I was like, Daddy, they stole my car. Next thing I know, like 2 days later, he called me and said, Tracy, I found your goddamn car. I mean, what you mean you found my car? He said, ain't got no seats, but I found it.
We had to go to the junkyard and get seats. I remember she let us ride in the car one time without the seats. We sat on the floor. She's like, lay down. Don't sit up.
I'll never forget that. They stole my car and they stole my seats. I called Daddy. I'm like, Daddy, you got my car? He said, no, hell, I'm taking your car for. I'm like, Daddy, where my car at? My car gone. My car's outside. I left my car in front of the door.
Crackheads and Brown and Best Star got my mama. I think Papa found the car on Tompkins and
he found the car on Jefferson between Tompkins, between Troop and Tompkins. No, Lewis and
Troop.
No, Lewis and Marcus Garvey.
Yep.
And he was like, I found the car. Hell, stole your seats, but the car looked like it's okay. You know, we might have to get you a new ignition. He said, well, fuck it. We had just changed the whole steering wheel out.
They changed the whole steering column out and we went to the junkyard and got some seats.
I couldn't find the third row, but I had the second row because we didn't have no third row after they took my seats out my car. But that was old Bessie. She lasted a good minute. Oh, but that brought back memories.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we've had and encountered a lot of people in our life that genuinely have shown love, like done big things, like
don't play big parts in our life.
That's a big part of my childhood. Like, I know every summer Papa did a family reunion, And that lasted all the way up until what, 2012 maybe. What's the last year TJ went to Texas?
2012. No, 20.
Before we moved to Delaware. Before we moved to Pennsylvania.
Before we moved to Pennsylvania, that was 2012. That's when the car broke down when I was going to get him.
It was 2012. Yeah, so 2012 is the last one. Yeah, but every summer from when I was 3 till 2012, so I was like 13, we had a family reunion in Prospect Park every year. And Papa would be on that grill. Papa had his smoker. Papa made sure he got them permits so he can cook in the park. And every year we would have a family reunion.
Prospect Park.
In Prospect Park. I remember one year,
they building that.
Mama's friend, what was his name? You know who I'm talking about? What's his name? Is it Sybil?
Oh, Sybil? The dark skin one?
Yeah, all I know is he had some kids with him.
No, Sybil is the female.
No, it wasn't that person. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
It was someone. They had brung a bunch of kids with them, and one of the kids fell in the lake and gushed their leg open. I remember that. Papa's like, I can't do this shit no more.
Oh no, that was Brenda grandkids.
Was it?
It was Brenda kids. Brenda grandkids.
Well, somebody bust their leg open. I hope your leg is fine. Because then the following year, I got a matching one. And took
what
took
you mean
my
the
skin.
following year?
Or was it the same
year?
It was the same year. I was sitting in the chair and I couldn't play. And I had to look at everybody else playing. And Papa's like, oh, come on, girl. Just sit by me. We just going to eat and you're going to be fine. I was like, Papa, I want to play. He's like, you can't play. Like, you forgot you took your skin down to the white meat? I was like, yeah. It was his grandson's fault anyways. Why would TJ cross over me? We riding scooters. I got 2 left feet already. So at the end of the day, I was going to fall.
That's something you would have to talk with him about.
Bro, I slid across Quincy. Down the street. I slid across the whole pavement. Took my skin down to the white meat. Then they had the nerve to put peroxide on me. They was like, it don't burn. It don't. Yes, it does. They was like, oh, baby, it's just a fizzle. It's just a fizzle. That's all Papa kept telling me. I was like, Papa, it burned. He's like, oh, girl, it's all right.
It's just a fizzle.
It's just a fizzle. I'm like, bro, I cried for days. Like, every time they went to go change it, I was like, oh, man, I ain't never get back on a scooter after that. I couldn't do that. I was even scared to get on my bike. I was like, nah, I'm a fall. I'm going down. I'm going down. It was bad. It was bad. But yeah, I think we've had a lot of influential like elders and grandparents that really have shaped the way that we've grown up. Because my mom had a good village. My mom had a great village. Like if she needed them, they always came through. From my grandma to my papa to my mama. Like it wasn't nothing that my mom couldn't say like, look, the kids need it. Like, can we make something shake? They made something shake. They had to rub 2 pennies together like a genie in a bottle. Like her wishes was granted. They came true. So
because they knew I was a good mother. Yeah, and I was a good mom. I made sure I did for my kids, and they seen that. Like they saw that I didn't use people for my gain.
Right.
It was always when I asked, it was because the kids needed or something like that. I never really ever took advantage of anyone. I always, and they knew I was a good girl. Mm-hmm. Like, even though I had some ways, they knew. But they accepted me with my ways and my... So Mama will tell you, she gonna get on the train with me. She couldn't get on the train with me. She used to hate to get on the train with me. She said, Tracy, you gonna sit there in that corner? You ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't gonna look at nobody. You don't say nothing. Don't open your mouth. I used to be like, but Mom. She be like, we'll talk about it when we get off the train, Tracy. Then we started driving, and it was a wrap.
And then she started cursing out the yellow taxi cabs, hitting them. She always would hit a yellow taxi cab.
Because it wasn't their car.
A mess.
It wasn't their car.
Well, I think, because this is a short episode, guys. It's just about our lovely people in our lives. But I think my all-time I think my favorite, like, all-time most influential person would be my would be Trey Trey. Trey Trey is my most influential elder in my life. She's not elderly, but you know what I mean.
I'm getting there though.
She's my elder.
I might look at sooner or later, y'all see that weight up in my head.
But no, she is definitely. This woman is my backbone. I really do not think I would be who I am today without all of the obviously like all of the collaboration. But it all starts with you, and you are such a wonderful mom. And how did I get so lucky? Even though I cry, and I'm a brat, and I need Jesus, I have Him. I'm saved. Don't worry about it. But
okay.
Say one more time. Say one more time. But no, you have really shown me. You have given me my drive to persevere and power through things. Like I really seen you like really when we were like down on our luck. We've gone through everything together. Like we struggled together. We've gone through the mud together, and we are literally here to tell the story, and we came out on the other side. And you really just showed me and you instilled in me that strength that there's nothing in this world that I can ever be faced with where I cannot overcome it.
That is true.
So
now that is true. I'm so happy to hear you say that you know that, because like that's my biggest point that I always try to make you understand. You can't make yourself sick over things that you cannot control. Like it's out of your control. It's out of your control. But all you can do is to keep moving, pushing. You push forward, it's gonna come together. You ain't gonna have too many worries in life about things. It'll all fall in line. One day at a time. Just keep going forward. Never hold yourself back. Like
and between that and my work ethic, like I'm a hustle. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna work regardless.
I'm gonna go work.
Yeah, that's why we starting a business, because
I don't have nothing to drink.
Drink some water.
Anyway, y'all, I'm thirsty as hell.
But no, I think that was a very good episode. It's short, but
it's all good.
I think
that's just about
the people in our life that really made a difference. Like we're here today because somebody loves us. Because somebody care, and we love and care for you.
So hearts to y'all all. We love y'all.
We do love you guys. Continue to tune in. Next week episode. I don't know where we're going with it, but
I think we're going to the halfway house.
We're going to the halfway house, guys. I forgot. Yes, we got to do life after prison.
We're going to the halfway house.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the halfway house next week. We really get my origin, guys.
We get where she come from. That's where we going.
I'm telling you guys, I was never supposed to be born. I'm supposed to be born. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that next week. So just continue to tune in, and thank you.
Thanks. Bye.